Hello and welcome back to the Fundamentals of SQL course. We are in the SQL Statement Foundations section and we are learning about the like statement. So the goal of the like statement is to identify strings that match a pattern. So this can be really helpful if we only know part of a value or part of a text string. The like statement supports two wildcard matching options, and that is a percent sign and an underscore. So the wild characters allowed in this value section of our general syntax are the percent sign and the underscore, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Let's just review the general syntax. So with the like statement, we are going to use the where statement to filter out values. So we select our column names from our table name where the column has values like, and then we would input our condition here. So we can use the percent sign to match any string with a range of 0 or more characters, and then the underscore replaces any single character and it matches any one character. So let's say I can't remember the name of this film, but I know it starts with the letter B. So thinking about what we could do for using a like statement and using a query in the film table, we could select our title from our DVD film table, where our title is like B. Notice that using the like statement, everything is encaptured in quotations. So we begin in quotations, we end with quotations. Our percent and underscore are inside of it. So since this starts, we know that the film starts with B, we have to put our letter first, and then everything after B is going to be filled in by this percent sign. So let's highlight this and see what we get. Let's run. So this is telling us we have 63 films that start with the letter B. Great. So now let's do another example, but I want to see all of the films that end with the letter S or they end in the letter D. And then we can order this and sort it by release year in chronological order. So let's write this out. Let's think of our shopping list. We want to know everything. So let's select all from our DVD film table, where our title is like S or title like D. And then we are ordering it by our release year in chronological order. So that means ascending order, least to greatest. So when we're using this like statement, notice that the percent sign is now before the S. So that percent character, that wild card, is matching any string with any amount of characters before it hits this S. And the same thing for D. So let's highlight this and see what we get. Ooh, let's stretch out this title column. Oh, nope. Let's not do that. Great. So we have all of the films that are ending in D or S throughout our entire DVD film table. So those are two examples using the percent wildcard. Now let's use an example with the underscore. So let's say I can't remember the title of this movie, but I want all the information for it. And I think it's Wonderful Drip or it's Wonderful Drop. I can't remember. So I want to think about, well, what wildcard could I use to identify the right title? We could write out the percent or wildcard, wonderful, and then do a percent, and then it'll fill in everything after. But I want to be a little bit more specific. So let's think of our shopping list. We want all of our information from the DVD film table, where our title is like, we have to put quotations every single time, and let's write out wonderful. Let's say we think it's drip, but I'm going to replace this I with an underscore. So that underscore is going to match with any value that fits there in our database. So let's run this. And we get our film And our film title is Wonderful Drop. So I was wrong. So we have the description, we get the release here, we get all of the information that we want for our film using the underscore wildcard. So the thing to remember about the like statement is that it identifies strings that match a pattern and it uses these wildcards. In the reference materials, there's more information, and we also have practice in the Teachable. Thanks, and I will see you at the next lecture.